Mr. Colley, would you please give us roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Sherby.
Here.
Seat B, Johnny Ardon.
Here.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafourche.
Here.
Seat D, Rodney Disclair.
Here.
Seat E, Curtis Pierce.
Here.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Here.
Seat G, John Melson.
Here.
Seat H, Mike Colley here. Seat I, Chris Colley.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we have approved minutes for August 10th, 2022 and August 24th, 2022 meetings. I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mr. Curtis Pierce. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have Director's Report. Mr. Chasso.
Thank you, Mr. President, and welcome everyone here today. It's good to have a full house. First, we have Northern Expansion. Northern Expansion Slip C and Flotation Canal 1,500-foot bulkhead project. Picciola and Associates.
So APEC Construction is the contractor. They finished driving all the steel sheet pile. They finished putting in the concrete piles and concrete dead man. They're currently working on the boat bumpers, welding on the bulkhead, and they're soon to start blasting and painting on the bulkhead. They are on schedule to finish sometime in November, weather permitting.
Okay.
And we also have a item on the agenda for the sweep dredge part of this project, a DOTD resolution. We finished those plans and we submitted them to DOTD for approval.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Northern Expansion Slip D and Bayou Lafourche Dredge, GIS Engineering.
Okay, this is Crosby Dredging's project. It is complete. We're just waiting for the lien period to expire.
Okay. Any questions?
Thank
Thank
you.
you, John. Moving on to airport projects. Aircraft operations, Davey.
Under aircraft operations for last month, we had 1,668 operations. Passengers went up to 10,229. That's 55% operating fully over there. And vehicle count was up 26,158 vehicles.
All right. Thank you, Davey. The Airport Connector Road and Bridge, Picciola and Associates.
So Sea Level Construction's the contractor. They're working on Highway 3235, doing the deceleration lanes, turnout lanes, roadway base work. They're working on LA1, doing drainage from the north going towards the south. And then they're also working on forming up the bridge bents. Hopefully start pouring concrete sometime later this week or early next week. We do have a change order on the agenda, number 6, in the amount of $69,690. That's for renewal of special hazard insurance for this coming year.
Okay. Any questions on that project?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the Seal Coat and Pavement Markings Project, GIS Engineering.
Okay, this project, the contractor is G Asphalt Systems. They are complete with the project. We are monitoring some light areas. You also have 2 change orders on the agenda for you later on. Both of them are negative change orders. One's, I think, $10,000. The other one's a little over $6,000. Just quantities and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, John.
Thank you.
The Approach Obstruction Removal, ICE.
Yes, LMB Services is the contractor on the project. We are essentially complete with the project. We are doing a final inspection today to make sure everything is covered. Well, everything is covered, but any last minute or last items, punch list type items that will come out today. And all the trees have been removed, like I say, and we do anticipate that there will probably be a change order forthcoming due to the eagle's nest and various things that occurred on the project.
Okay. And I know, Davey, our staff went out there, our maintenance workers went out there, the people that are going to be in charge of cutting the grass there, just to make sure that from their perspective everything was good and it looked good from their perspective as well.
That's correct. And then obviously we'll be going over that type of thing today and then final inspection.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you. Okay, the Lafourche Industrial Mobile Home Park, Picciola and Associates.
So onshore construction is a contractor. They are substantially complete, and they are in the lean period. We do have the two items, the pumps in the sewer lift station and also the blowers on the sewer plant that are going to be installed. They're supposedly installing them today.
They were on site this morning.
Okay, I didn't go check.
Okay. All right, that's moving along. Any questions? Thank you, Joe. Okay, moving on to other projects. Fouchon Pavilion, PCO and Associates.
So the pavilion onshore is the contractor. They've been having trouble pouring concrete. We're working with them to come up with a solution to get the concrete poured and get the vapor barrier in. They're supposed to present a proposal to us sometime by the end of this week or early next week. And then we'll review that with the administration.
Okay. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, the port security LWIN system, we discussed that. That's part of the port security grant program. We have two items later on the agenda. One is a cooperative endeavor agreement with Loop for some tower space, and the other is a cooperative endeavor agreement with the different agencies that are going to be participating. Any questions on that? Okay, thank you. And then we have a Hurricane Ida update on projects. The public boat launch bathhouse repairs are underway on that project. The administration building here, contractors have began removing some of the suspended ceiling grid and other things in preparation for the construction. So they're doing a little bit of demolition work. So as we mentioned, this month and next month's board meetings will be in here, and then after that, for the rest of the year, more than likely we'll be out of this this meeting room because of the work that's going to take place in here. So we'll have another location to be determined. We'll be announcing that to the general public in the coming weeks. And then on the Operations Center, EOC, and Operations Maintenance Warehouse, that work is continuing and moving along there. Davey, you want to update on that briefly?
Yeah, the contracts are being finalized. Tosh is the contractor to do OPC and warehouse in Fouchon. And then the Galliano office here that we're in, all the items except a little touch-up painting is done. The cinder block warehouse building next door to it, we're waiting on some flooring and carpet. And then moving to the airport, we actually have the T-hangers project is complete. The maintenance shop is complete except for one gutter downspout. And we move on to airfield buildings. We have the old electrical vault construction is complete on that. And the new electrical vault, the localizer and glide slope, we're getting the roofing approved on that project by the engineer. And then they'll proceed to change the roof and then do a painting on the exterior.
All right. Any questions on those projects? All right. Thank you,
All right.
Mr. President. Concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chesso. Next, we have presentation from Louisiana Workers' Compensation Corporation. Mr. Chesso.
Okay, we have representative of LWCC here. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, not a problem. My name is Catherine Landry. I met some of y'all, shook y'all hands, and it is an honor to present y'all with the Safest 70 Award for the 2021 year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you give just a quick summation as to how we were?
The decision for the Safest 70 comes within a lot of parameters. I'm one of the consultants. My supervisor, Damien, would be the better person. Determination of selecting the awards, but it does go with your loss runs and claims. Controls you in place to keep the parish safe and your workers safe.
Thank you.
All right. I'd like to thank you for the award, and also like to congratulate our employees for doing so much of a good job that we have an award like this. Congratulations to all our employees. Next, we have public comment.
We have
We have a couple of people that'd like to speak. First, we'll have
Ms. Rebecca
Ms.
Robichaux.
Robichaux. Would you please come up, please?
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to briefly give you a little background about me. I am Rebecca Robichaux. I'm running for district judge. I do have a lot of family and connection to Lower Lafourche. My father was the general manager of Halton Marine, so we built tugboats for several people's businesses down here in the early 70s. I am a 40-year practicing attorney, so I do come with a lot of civil practice experience, business law. My husband and I had a cattle industry, and he had a lumber yard, and I settled in Raceland, marrying a Raceland guy. Born and raised here in Lafourche Parish, educated all my children here. I'm a Central Lafourche graduate of 1976, graduated from Nichols in 79, and then Southern Law School in 82. Maintained my office, same location for the last 40 years on Bayou Lafourche. I would so much appreciate your consideration of me. I'm going to be number 60 on the ballot. I'm proud of that number. Just to give you a little background, I lost my husband and my son in a terrible car accident in Texas 21 years ago. That I've been a widow ever since, devoting my practice to family law and representing people of Lafourche Parish. His football number happened to be number 60 on Central Lafourche, as he played his high school years there. And my son, when he graduated from E.D. White, well, he never graduated, I'm sorry, let me take that back. In his 11th year was the accident. He asked for his father's number on the football team, and he was granted 60. And by the luck of God, when they assigned numbers, I was awarded number 60. So I feel like I won the election, whether I do or not, because I have the love and support of the two guys in my life. So if I feel a little emotional about it, I just wanted you to know why when you see heart angel wings and a heart and 60 in my sign, that's what it means. So I'm a very family-oriented person. I've met several of you at different functions throughout putting myself out there to be a politician, which I will say first off, I am not. This is a difficult task. Anybody that says they like politics, it is for some, it's not for all. But anyway, happy to answer any questions. Just thank you for the opportunity for letting me speak to you and introduce myself. I can go around and shake everybody's hand, but I'll just wait till the end of y'all meeting.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
It looks like, I had some.
Yes, sir.
Looks like you're well receptive over here because you mentioned Central Lafourche and didn't hear no booze.
I know, and I think we can play y'all South Lafourche. But I do have brother-in-laws and a lot of family here between Brent Dewey. I don't know if that's a good name to drop now or not. But Mr. Navarre back here is a cousin. My grandmother was a Boudreaux from Thibodeau, and all the old uncles from, I know y'all don't even have it anymore, Dufresne's Baker Shop. I'd come down here to visit my nanny, who was a Pete. I know it's Petrie, but y'all say Pete down here, so Nerly Pete was my nanny. And so I do have a lot of connection to South Lafourche. So I didn't bring anybody here or educate anybody here, but I grew up here as a young child visiting family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Next, we have Ms. Buffy Charpentier.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for allowing me the opportunity to introduce myself to the commission, Mr. Director Chasson, and to the audience. I am Buffy Lynn Gisclair Charpentier. I'm a native of Lafourche Parish, and I'm announcing my candidacy today for Lafourche Parish School Board District 9. As some of you may know, that this term will be the first to reflect the new 9-member board, down from the previous 15 district seats. The boundaries are identical to those of the parish council now. District 9 includes all areas south of East 58th Street and West 106th Street. My husband Mark and I live in Golden Meadow. We have 4 children, 3 boys currently attending public schools. I'm a 1989 graduate of South Lafourche High School. I've studied business administration and human resources at LSU and Nichols State University and continued my education online. In my professional career, I've worked for major corporations, including experience in marketing, human resources, and office management, and I've spent the last 9 years operating my own small businesses here in Lafourche Parish. Throughout my own education and my kids' school years, we've experienced so many changes in curriculum, administration, and staff. And I believe that as with everything else in life, all change brings opportunity for learning and for growth. We've shared triumphs and struggles. We've seen the benefit and the detriment of these changes in our schools. But we've always come out stronger together, and I attribute that to hard work and perseverance. I truly believe that this, in a time of change, is the perfect time for someone like me to bring a fresh point of view and perspective to the school board. I consider myself blessed to share friendships with many teachers and staff working in Lafourche Parish and beyond. I've seen and heard their struggles, and it's always been my goal to support these dedicated professionals. After all, we trust them to care for and nurture and educate our own children. So I want to be their ears and their voice to ensure that their needs are met and their concerns are addressed. To my neighbors, the proud and hardworking people of our lovely little community here in South Lafourche, we are often, I feel, overlooked and given less attention and less resources than the larger, more influential parts of our parish and the school district. And I feel that our voice needs to be heard and valued. Our recent struggles, I feel, have placed a level of stress beyond anything that I've faced in my own lifetime. And I feel that we need to be supported and guided for the future and work through the process of rebuilding and starting over. Sadly, we're not nearly done with this chapter in our lives. I feel like our kids in school still need so much assistance. And it would be my honor to have your support at the polls on Election Day on November 8th. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for coming, Ms. Buffett.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. All right, any public comment? All right, we're getting on to committees. We're going to executive committee. Members are Chucky Sherman, Chairman, Rodney J. Gisclair Sr., Larry Griffin, Jimmy Lafont. First, we have consider approving the request from Newport Drilling Fluids for assignment of lease to Tetra Technologies for site 317 and 317-AB.
Okay, we had a request from New Park Drilling Fluids. They would like to assign their lease. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mike Colley, second by Johnny Ardorn. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the termination request from C Terminal for site GLF 203.
As typical, it's not typical that we approve a termination, but because of the situation that we're in, we need to do so. This request is to terminate this small lease, GLF 203. They had an 18-month, they had a deferral in here, so that's what complicates things. So we need you all to approve that we would allow them to terminate if they do a payout to cancel the 6 months of a total of $22,782.06.
Right,
And that would be approved, that would be done on the payout, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Need a
Sorry.
motion.
Move.
Moved by John Mellison, second by Jimmy Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next, consider approving the accredited delegate for the AAPA annual convention meeting.
So when we attend the AAPA convention, there's some voting that takes place at the convention, and we have to name a delegate, and this would name myself as the voting delegate for the convention.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Roger Gisclair, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving a low bid for the port truck.
All right, received a low bid from Calvin Braxton Ford in Lockport for a 2023 Ford F-250 crew cab 4x4 with a 6.2-liter V8 gas engine, 120-day delivery time for $43,880.52.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Curtis Pierce, second by Mr. Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. We're getting out of executive meeting, going to Permits and Waterways Committee. Members are Rodney Gisclair, Chairman, Curtis Pierce, Johnny Ardorn, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Gisclair, your turn.
Thank you there, Mr. President. We're going to be reviewing your permits. Today we have Corps of Engineers, maintenance dredging of Bayou Lafourche, Port Fourchon Jetty and Bar Channel in Lafourche Parish. Fiscal year 2023, maintenance dredging of Bayou Lafourche, Port Fourchon Jetty and Bar Channel from miles 0.5 to minus 1.8. In fiscal year 23, approximately 625,000 cubic yards of shoal material would be removed from the Port Fourchon Jetty and Bar Channel segment using a hydraulic cutterhead dredge. The dredged material would be placed beneficially along the Gulf of Mexico shoreline adjacent to the jetties for beach nourishment purposes. Next, we have an after-the-fact application from the Corps of Engineer for dredging at Lake Salvador and Bayou Pierrot. It's from the New Orleans District. Between 16 September 2021 and 30 October 2021, approximately 650,000 cubic yards of displaced floatant marsh mixed with sediment was cleared from a 13-mile stretch of the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway. A cut-ahead dredge equipped with a specialized spray disposal barge was used to spread a highly fluidized mixture of the plant debris and sediment as a thin layer, approximately 8 inches initial thickness, across adjacent marshlands both north and south of the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway. The dredge material was observed to spread and settle as a thin layer atop existing marsh plants and fill depressions within the marsh. Areas impacted by the spray disposal extended from the channel bank lines outward, generally about 300 feet into the marsh. Next, we have from Loop LLC an after-the-fact application for debris removal at the Guyana facility in Lafourche Parish. Loop is requesting an emergency authorization to relocate organic material that was deposited as a result of Hurricane Ida at Loop's Clovelly Dome storage facility in Guyana. All of the organic material, which consists of decaying vegetation and sediments, is located within the Clovelly Dome storage terminal, with relocations located within the Clovelly storage facility. Estimated volume of organic material to be relocated from waterway to existing marsh equals 18,345 cubic yards. Mr. President, that concludes the permits and waterways report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gisclair. We're getting out of permits and waterways, going to Construction and Development Committee. Members are Chris Colley, Mike Colley, Curtis Spears, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Colley, your turn.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. President. First, we have consider adopting the DOTD resolution to advertise for Phase 3 Slip C sweep dredging.
All right, this is a port priority project portion, so recommendation to approve this resolution requesting authority to advertise.
I need a motion. Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving change order number 6 from Sea Level Construction for the Airport Connector Road and Bridge project.
As mentioned earlier, this is an increase of $69,690 for the insurance.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mr. Curtis Spears. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving the addendum to the Federal Highway Administration Build Grant Agreement for the Airport Connector Road and Bridge project.
All right, this agreement, among a couple other things, adds some time to the back end of the project, which is necessary because of Hurricane Ida. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Rodney Gisclair, second by Johnny Ardorn. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving change order number 1 from G Asphalt Systems for the seal coat and pavement markings.
This change order is for a deduction of $10,000. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by John Mellison. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Consider approving change order number 2 from G Asphalt Systems for the seal coat and pavement markings.
This is a reduction in quantities, so a deduction of $6,853.30.
All right, need a motion? Moved by Larry Griffin, second by Jim Lafourche. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving the DOTD sponsorship agreement for the approach obstruction removal project.
All right, agreement is to accept $32,629 of the project cost. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion? Moved by Chris Colley, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving the Elwin Cooperative Endeavor Agreement with Loop for tower space.
This is part of the Port Security Grant Program that was awarded to us project. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion? Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Jim Lafourche. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving the Elwin Cost Share Cooperative Endeavor Agreement with agencies.
So there's a number of agencies that are participating in this project. The total project cost is estimated at $652,259. The Port Security Grant Program federal dollars from fiscal year 21 is $487,694. The non-federal share is $162,565. That $162,565 is split like this. Greater Lafourche Port Commission is covering 50% of that cost, $81,282. Lafourche Parish Government is covering $40,000. Lafourche Fire District number 3 has $13,761. So does Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office, and so does Lafourche Ambulance District number 1.
All right, need a motion? Moved by Mike Colley, second by Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, we have consider approving the lowest bid for the boat lift roof site 24, Storm Harbor Marina Wharf site 34, Nerby Collins Marina Wharf site 35, and the front commercial Marina Wharf site 36.
Okay, so we received 2 bids. Lowest bidder was Tidewater Dock Incorporated. For Bryce, you need to make any comments?
No, it's just an amount of $1,776,335.32.
Okay.
All right, need a motion? Moved by Curtis Pierce, second by Jim Lafourche. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Mr. President, this concludes the Construction and Development Committee report.
All right, Mr. Colley, thank you very much. Next, we're going into Finance Committee. Members are John Mellison, Jr., Chairman, Larry Griffin, Chris Colley, and Chucky Sherman. Your turn, Mr. Mellison.
Thank you, Mr. President. It was good to see a lengthy construction report for once. All right, we'll begin by consider approving the payments of the 2022 invoices and recognizing those over $25,000. And we'll begin with item 1, Sea Level Construction Incorporated, $554,254.47. And that's for the Airport Connector Road and Bridge Project. Item 2, APC Construction LLC, $441,446.06. And that's for the Northern Expansion Phase 3 Slip C Bulkhead Part 2 project. Item 3, Angelette Piciola LLC, $180,312.47. And that represents the Flotation Canal Mooring Dolphins, the LA1 Phase 2 Leeville Construction Canal Dredging and Mitigation, the Fouchon Beach Maintenance, Restoration and Protection, and the Fouchon Bridge. Item 4, GIS Engineering, $160,205.31. And that's for the Hurricane Ida damage restoration, dredging of Slip D, General Engineering and Permitting, Slip D Bulkhead, West Fouchon Marsh Project, Mitigation Bank Project, and the airport. Item 5, G Asphalt Systems Incorporated, $152,707.61. and that's for the seal coat and pavement markings at the airport. Item 6, PCO and Associates, $75,032.89. That's bathhouse repairs, airport connector road and bridge, slip C, mechanic shop repairs, the industrial trailer park project, and channel dredging. Item 7, PCOla Construction, $71,915 even. That's repairs for the administration building. Item 8, Grand Isle Shipyard Incorporated, $67,405.90, and that's for GAO contract labor, limestone for the road maintenance and culvert, and repairs to the bathhouse and public boat launch. Item 9, Duplantis Design Group, $59,521.37, and that's for Port Fourchon Recreational and Coastal Wetland Park, along with the administration building repairs. Item 10, Ascent Aviation Group, $59,489.08, and that's fuel for resale and truck rental at the airport. Item 11, CSRS Disaster Recovery Management LLC, $51,140 even. That's for disaster grant management consulting for Hurricane Ida. Item 12, Transform YX, $39,620.04, and that's for Cisco hardware maintenance renewal and antivirus renewal. Item 13, American Integration Contractors, LLC, $31,734.36, and that's for camera repairs and maintenance. And last, we have item 14, Waggersback Oil Company Incorporated, $27,901.49, and that's for fuel for port vehicles and equipment. And these expenditures, along with our others, bring us to a grand total of $3,139,850.75. And Mr. Griffin, if I don't have any mistakes, I'd like to make a motion we accept these expenditures.
You did good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. Mellison, second by Mr. Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Next, as discussed on Monday night committee meetings, we need to consider approving the August 2022 unaudited financial statements. And Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these.
I got a motion by Mr. Mellison, second by Mr. Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And next, we have the grueling process of renewing our insurance. And I'll turn that over to Mr. Otin and Mr. Shesso.
Okay, so we have all of our, this is the insurance renewals for all of our, basically our liability policies for the port, for the airport. We have a total price for 2022-2023 year of $549,378.55. That's an increase from last year of $44,103.61, and that's basically, the majority of that is based off of our revenue increasing with some of our deferrals coming back on, from deferral coming back online, some of our rents. So that's the reason for the increase. Recommendation to approve. Also, before we go there, just remember that that's not our property. We're waiting on that. We should have be able to discuss that at our next meeting in 2 weeks, and then approve from there.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Chasson? Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these renewals.
Motion by Mr. Mellison, second by Mr. Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And last, we have consider approving out-of-state travel and training requests. We have Director Chasson, along with Commissioner Sheremy, Commissioner Mellison, Commissioner Mike Colley, Commissioner Ordnorn, and Commissioner Gisclair attending the Louisiana Live event and Washington meetings in Washington, D.C., January 24th through the 27th. And last, we have Harbor Police Chief Mike Kindler attending the International Association of Police Chiefs Conference and Exposition in Dallas, Texas, October 14th through the 18th. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these.
Now I got a motion by Mr. Mike Mellison, second by Mr. Curtis Pierce. Any discussion?
Mr. Mike Mellison?
Mike. Ooh, sorry about that. Mr. John Mellison and Mr. Curtis Pierce. Yeah, we're looking like Mike a little bit
A
lately.
little bit, absolutely.
All right, any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
So, Mr. President, Mr. Mike Mellison would like to let you know this ends the Finance Committee report.
All right, Mr. Bellassar, thank you. All right, any other business?
Mr. President, if I may, I just want to add to the praise of our staff, our 42 employees here for this award. They don't get recognized enough for all the hard work that they do. They're proud of what they do for this community. I'm proud of them. I'm proud to be their leader, and I know you are too. So I just want to thank them again for all the work that they do every day. And appreciate LWCC for recognizing our safety and what we try to accomplish on a daily basis. We have great people and a great community, and we're proud to be a part of it. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other business?
Yes, I'd like to ask everyone to have your thoughts and prayers with Mr. Gisclair and his family. Ms. Dolly passed away last week, and we love you, and our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other business?
Move that we adjourn, Mr.
Where I gotta say public comment, hang on. Any public comment?
Sorry.
All right. I got a motion from Mr. Jimmy Lafont, second from Mr. Chris Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to our meeting today. It was a full house. And I guess we're doing good. Please keep up the prayers because we have not had no hurricanes this year. So thank you very much for your prayers and get our prayers. Meeting's adjourned.